You are welcome to online lectures with Pharmaceutical the School Boy. Today we are going to take a look at dispensing, and we have a question on the board. The question says, a syrup containing 65% weight in volume of sugar is evaporated to 85% of its volume. The new concentration of the syrup is dash. This is a question of dilution and concentration. Okay, now, no matter, irrespective of the extent you dilute a particular solution or a particular mixture, let me use solution for example, the solute inside, the amount of the solute inside the solution is constant. For example, now we have 2 grams of a salt dissolved in water to form a salt solution. If you like, pour 2,000 liters of water in that solution to dilute it. The amount of the salt there, that 2 grams, will be constant. It will still be that 2 grams in the 2,000 liter to 2,000 and something liter solution. But the concentration will change, but the amount will remain the same. So the amount will not change. The amount here we talk about here can be gram, can be the mass, it can be the number of moles. Will remain the same thing. It will change. Now, the same way, if you like, concentrate it, reducing the volume, allow the solvent to evaporate, and no matter any means of concentration you use to concentrate it, so far you do not add extra amount of that particular solute or the salt, the amount of the salt will still remain the same thing. So if you like, maybe 2 grams of salt dissolved in a particular amount of solvent, then heat it or apply any other means to concentrate it. Provided you not add extra salt, that new concentration you form, that the concentrate will still have the same amount of that salt, the same 2 grams. Now with this at the back of our mind, let's go to this question. So that means for us to answer this question, we can still use our normal dilution formula. We say that C1 solution. We can still use our normal dilution formula, which says that C1V1 is equal to what? C2V2. Of course, this was formed from this formula that says that number of moles is equal to, or the amount is equal to what? CV. But because the amount is constant, whether you dilute it to or whether you concentrate it to, the amount is constant. So from one state to another state, N will still be equal to what? N2. N1 will still be equal to N2. So if N1 is equal to N2, which is also equal to what? N3, irrespective of the extent of dilution or concentration, it's still the same thing. So that means that C, in this state 1 now, C1, because N is equal to CV, so you now replace N with CV. So that means C1V1 is equal to what? C2V2, which is equal to what? C3 what? V3. So that's where this formula came from. Now let's go to the formula. Let's continue our what you are solving. So we can use this formula to solve this. Now from this question now, the first concentration of the sugar is 65% weight in what? Volume. So C1 is 65% weight in volume. This C1 is what? 65 what? Percent what? Weight in volume. Times this V1 is the initial volume of this. They didn't give us V1. So we still leave it at what? V1. V1 is equal to C2 is the concentration we are looking for. So we put C2 times V2 is the volume it was concentrated to. We are told that after the evaporation, it was evaporated to 85% of its volume. So the new volume is 85% of this V1. So that means, remember that, let's go here. So, okay, let's start here. So 85% of this is certain as saying 85% over what? 100% times this what? V1, which is what? This will cancel this. We have 0.85. We have what? We have 0.85. No percent again, V1. 0.85, because 85 divided by 100 is 0.85 times V1, 0.85 V1. So V2, so V2 is actually what? 0.85 V1. So we replace V2 with this. So let me clean this so I don't confuse it with what I put. So we have 65% weight in volume times V1, which is equal to what? C2 times what? 0.85 V1. So let's make C2 the subject of the formula. C2 is now equal to what? 65% weight in volume times V1 all over 0.85 V1. V1 will cancel V1. 65% weight in volume divided by 0.85 will give us 76.47%, which is approximately 70. So this is weight in volume, which is approximately 76.5% weight in what? Volume. This is 76. So the new concentration of the syrup is 76.5% weight in volume. Even though the concentration increased because it was concentrated by removing the what? The solvent. Some part of the what? Solvent. Even though it was concentrated, it will still contain the same amount of the what? Sugar. The same amount of sugar is contained in this one. This concentration is also in this concentration. Just that it was concentrated by removing some volume of the solvent, so that the concentration of the solute, which is the sugar, will increase. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, feel free to chat me up on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp line is on the screen. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The name is Pharmaceutical, the Schoolboy. It's on the screen. Please like my videos, comment on them, share with your friends, your students, your children, your colleagues. Somebody may need it. Please subscribe. Just go to YouTube channel, search for Pharmaceutical, the Schoolboy. Click on the red button written subscribe. Also click on the bell-like button for notification, so that you get notification whenever we post a new lecture. God bless you. See you next time.